difference arising. Yeah. How is that? So now can you see the difference first of all? Earlier when we sold, bought 10, produced 10 and sold the 10, we made a profit of 10. Both set up 10. But here we can see when we don't sell all the products, when there's an inventory balance, we can see the difference. Right? What is happening? Can you see the difference? Where are the differences? This closing stock.
Because
the closing stock. Can you?
Produce 10 and sell or 8.
Pardon?
Production and sell. So it's different.
Yeah, that's right. Yes. Yeah. Can you see the difference? Difference is in this closing stock. Here the closing stock we valued at 20. Here the closing stock we valued at 28. Here we value the closing stock at 20. So the difference came to the closing stock.
Yes.
8. And I want to explain that 8 how we got it. You remember here when we did, what did we do? You remember the absorption cost. What was the overhead absorption rate we took? 140. 140 was the total 140. Yes, 140 was the absorption, right? So the total overhead cost was how much? Total overhead cost, how much did we have? 60. 60 divided by 10, we had an overhead absorption rate of 6
units.
Right?
Yes.
So now what we have is the 6 is the absorption rate we used it here, but in the marginal costing we can see we have used that there's no absorption. All the overheads are written off to the fixed overheads are written off. So you can see if you take the out of the 60, if you take the fixed overhead out, what is the total overhead? Fixed overhead 40. If you take the 40 divided by 10, your fixed overhead absorption rate is 4 per unit.
4.
Correct?
Per unit, yes.
4 per unit. So what is the difference in the profit? The profit difference is that 2 units what is available unsold. Can you see? Right?
Yes.
So difference arises purely because of the fixed overhead. The thing is, in the absorption costing, we carry forward that in our stock for the next period. But here we don't carry forward that 8 into the next period. So because we charge the entire 40 to our income statement for that year. So fixed overheads are not taken in the stock for the next year. So that's the difference. So if you don't sell your product, so now here what has happened is we have 2 units left over. So when you have 2 units left over, what is going to happen is 4 into 2, that is the difference between the marginal cost profit and the absorption cost profit. So I want to explain this one. So your marginal cost profit and the absorption cost profit difference is absorption cost profit is equivalent to marginal cost profit plus overhead absorption rate, fixed overhead absorption rate into inventory change. So inventory opening was 0. Now we have 2. So plus 2. So marginal cost profit is 0. Fixed overheads is absorption rate is 4. 4 into 2 is 8.
Yes.
That is the way that we reconcile the profit. So I want you to note down all this because I'm going to go one step further. Next slide.
Okay, absorption minus marginal cost plus overhead.
Absorption cost in profit is equivalent to marginal cost profit plus fixed overhead absorption rate into change in inventory, into increase in inventory. Because opening stock was 0. And the closing stock is 2. So the inventory has increased by 2. So because of that, your absorption cost profit is increased by 2. Right? So that is how the profit reconciliation you will do. So these are the standard questions you will get in your FP1 paper. You must know how to do this one. Is it clear now?
Little bit.
Yes. Take little time. Don't worry. Take little time to understand this whole thing. Right? So I'm going to again redo this whole thing for you, because I want to go to the next step. But before I go, I want to do this thing completely with you so that you understand it fully.
Yes.
Yeah. So give me a minute. So I'm going to start off the same things straight away again. So absorption costing, marginal costing. Right? The difference is you produced 10 units, sold only,
sold 8.
Sold 8. Right? Your total overheads are 60, but out of that variable is 20, fixed is 40. These are the information we have. So sales, we are going to sell it at 15. So sales 10 into 15, 150. He also says 10 into 15. Sorry, I'm not selling 10. I'm sorry. No, I'm not selling 10. I'm going to sell only 8. 8 into 15, 120. He also 8 into 15, 120. Correct?
110. Okay.
Okay. Sales 8 into 15, 120. Here also 8 into 15, 120. Producing 10. So when I produce 10, direct material cost will be 5 into 10, 50. Here also direct materials 5 into 10, 50. Direct labor 3 into 10, 30. Direct labor 3 into 10, 30. Here total overheads. Total overheads, we know it is 140. Total overheads are 60. 60 divided by 10. So we have an overhead absorption rate of 6. So total overheads is 6 into 10, 60. Right? So your total production cost is 140. Here we take only the variable overheads. So 6 into, not C, 6, 2 into 10 is 20. So here we get not total production cost, this is total production cost, but here we get the marginal cost of production 100. Right? Marginal cost of production 100. 10 units, 10 units. Here also 10 units. Here also 10 units. Now, here 140 is the total for 10 units. So, per unit cost is 14.
14.
Here, 14. Here, marginal cost 100. Per unit marginal cost is 10.
10.
So, we have closing stock of 2. Here, we value the closing stock at total production cost. So, closing stock is 2 into 14. 28.
28.
Here we value the closing stock at 10 into 2 marginal cost, 2 into 10, 20. Here when we deduct we get cost of sales, but here we get the marginal cost of sales. This is cost of sales. This is marginal cost of sales. Marginal cost of sales is 80. Marginal cost of sales is 80.
Yes.
Absorption costing, we get the total cost of sales here. So once you deduct the total cost of sales from the total sales, you get profit of 8. And absorption costing. Profit of 8. Yeah. Yeah?
Cost of sales.
Yeah. Cost of sales is 112.
112.
Because I produced 10, but I did not sell 2. So I remove the cost of those 2 which is not sold. So the 8 units I have sold. The cost of sales is 8, 112, so the profit is 8. Here, when you remove the marginal cost from the sales, you get what we call contribution. Contribution. Contribution 40. Right? Contribution 40. Then from there, we deduct the fixed overheads. Fixed overhead, the total fixed overhead. What is the total fixed overhead? 40.
40.
40. So you remove the 40.
So it will become 0.
Then it becomes 0. So you can see earlier when we worked out when all the goods are sold, whether it is done in marginal cost or whether it is done in absorption costing, profit cost 10 earlier.
Yes.
But when we sell, when we produce 10 and sell 8, where we have a 2 difference, we can see profit is different in 2 setups. Marginal costing shows up a 0 profit. The absorption costing shows a profit of 8.
Yes.
This difference is coming through. So this is a difference, so I am trying to explain it now to you again. So this difference is coming through this profit is arrived at, there are 2 units available. 2 units. Closing stock is 2. So opening stock was 0. Opening stock was 0. Closing stock 2. So that means increase in stock is 2. Increase in stock 2. Right?
How is it? Does the red one, this one is...
Pardon?
No.
Pardon?
More clarification.
Pardon?
If you more clarify this one.
Yes.
For the red one, this is...
Yes.
Absorption.
Absorption, yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. What is the clarification you want? Yeah.
Yes. For this one, the red one, this red classification.
Alright. Yeah. Red one. I'm just explaining now. Red one. The opening, we did not have a stock at the beginning. Right? We did not have any stocks because we started with 0 and we did not have any stocks. But we produced 10, sold 8, so we have a closing stock of 2.
2, yes.
Right. So opening we never had a stock, but we produced 10, sold 8, so we have a closing stock of 2. So our stocks from the opening to closing have increased by 2 units.
Okay.
Right? Because we did not have any stocks at the beginning. So from opening to closing, the stocks have increased by 2 units. So, yeah, that's all right. Yes. So the fixed overheads, we know the fixed overheads of this company is 40. 40. And 40 if we divide it by 10, that was what we budgeted to produce. So 4 is the overhead absorption rate. This is what we call fixed overhead absorption rate is 4. So there's an increase of 2 units of stock. So 4 into 2 is the A. This is the difference what I'm trying to explain. So what I'm trying to say is your absorption cost profit is equivalent to marginal cost profit plus increase in stock into fixed overheads absorption rate.
Increasing stock?
Increase in stocks into times fixed overhead absorption rate. So now you can see the same thing with the figures. Marginal cost profit is 0, right?
Yes.
This profit is 0. Increase in stock is how many units? What is the increase in number of units of stock? 2. Opening stock is 0, closing stock is 2. What is the fixed overhead absorption rate? Total fixed overhead is 40. Number of units 10. 4. 2 into 4. 2 into 4. So can you see that is how this 8 is arrived at. So what I'm trying to tell you is that the examiner gives you the marginal cost profit and tell you the fixed overhead absorption rate is 4. And if he says the stock have increased by 2, you can do this one and say the absorption cost in profit is 8. You don't need to work, but you can just say the absorption cost profit is 8. This is the formula that is very important.
Yes.
Absorption cost is profit is equivalent to marginal cost of profit plus increase in stocks into fixed overhead absorption rate. Now is this clear?
Yes.
Now I'm going to go from this one to a next year. next year. Now remember, this year you produced 10 and you sold only 8.
8.
Right? So now I'm going to go for the next year. So next year we are starting off with opening stock of 2. You remember, we have opening stock of 2. Last year's closing stock is next year opening stock. Let's assume that we are still producing 10 units. 10 units. Right? Let's assume we are selling 9. Let's assume 9. I want to change slightly the figure. Let's say, so same figures. What is the figure? Direct materials 5. Direct material 5. Direct labor 3. Direct variable overheads are 2. And fixed overheads are 40. So these same figures, I don't change it. Right? I want to now look at the setup for the next year. Absorption costing, marginal costing. Okay? Absorption costing, marginal costing. So sales, I'm selling 9 units, 15 into 9. 9 into 15. Same prices. 135. Sales here also 135. Okay?
Yes.
So you have opening stock and the absorption costing, you had opening stock of how many units? 2 units. And what are the value? Last time we valued the closing stock, Sam, opening closing stock last year. What are the value of the closing stock?
2.
2. How many? What are the value? Value? At what price did you value on the absorption costing?
Into 10 is 20.
No. And the absorption costing, look at your figures. And the absorption costing, at what price did you value?
8.
No.
8.
No. Profit is 8. Look at the closing stock figure. Closing stock figure, we valued it at what price? What price we value the closing stock? Look at that figure. I said opening.
Stock 2.
Yeah, 2. What are the value? Value. How much?
Okay.
What is the value? Look at your notes. What's the value?
No.
Closing stock. Look at that absorption costing statement, what we did. 15 into 820.
100. Yes.
Yeah, what are the closing stock valuation you have put it up there?
150, right?
No.
Last year.
No. Look at your notes. Have you got the notes with you in front?
Yes.
Yeah. Look at absorption costing, the previous one what I did. You sold it 15 into 820. Have you got that figure? Have you written 120? Yeah.
112.
What is that? Yeah, 112. Yeah, how did you arrive at 112? 140 minus 28, have you got?
Yes.
Yeah, what is 28? What is that 28? What is that 28? Have you noted down that one?
Yes, but confused.
Yes, don't worry. That is 28 is your closing stock. You value that 14 into 2 and you got 28 closing stock.
28, yes.
Can you remember that one? Right, can you remember that one? 140 was your total cost. Right, that was for 10 units. So we saw the total cost per unit is 14. So 14 into 2, 28. So that was your closing stock last year. Your last year closing stock, this year is your opening stock.
Yes.
So your opening stock will have 2 units at the rate of 28. 14. At the rate of 14, opening stock will be 28.
28.
And in the marginal costing, you had opening stock of 2 units at the rate of 10. Because the marginal cost valuation was 10. 20. Is it clear now?
Yes.
Because I'm doing side by side so that it will be very clear for you. Right? So 2 into 10 is 20. 14 into 2 is 28. That is your opening stock. Now during the year, again you produce another 10 units. So when you produce 10 units direct materials, what is the cost? 10 units, Sam? Direct materials?
50.
50. So both on the marginal and this one, no problem. Direct materials will be 50. Direct labor, you are producing 10 now. This is yours.
Yes.
Direct labor,
30.
30. Direct labor, 30. Then in this method, you go by total overhead. Total overheads are 6 per unit. So you are going to in 10 units. So total overheads 60. Correct?
Yes.
10
Yes.
into 6 is 60. Here we take only the variable overheads. 2 into 10, 20.
20.
Okay. So this time we have a new item called opening stock cost. So we have now altogether 28 plus 50 plus 30. How much altogether? 28, 78, 108, 168 here.
168.
Here 50, 80, 30, 80, 80, 100, 120. Right?
Yes.
So 118,
Yes.
120. Then now we must deduct our closing stock. Now can you tell me what is your closing stock this year? You started with 2, you produced 10,
Yes.
and you sold 3. Started with 2.
9.
How much?
9. 9.
Yeah, let's see. Started with 2, you had opening stock of 2, produced 10, sold 9. What is your closing stock?
Yes.
What is your closing stock? 2.
8. Yeah.
How much?
Sorry.
Yeah.
2 plus 10.
Yeah. Minus
12.
minus 9.
Yes.
Minus 9, isn't it? Minus
Yes.
9. 2, you had opening stock.
3.
3. Closing stock is 3. So under absorption costing, you will value the closing stock at what price? 14. 14. Total cost is 14 per unit. So you will value it again at 14. So your closing stock is 14 into 3, 42. Correct?
3.
3.
14.
And the absorption costing 14 is the value of a close per unit. So 3 into 14 is 14, 42.
Okay.
3 into 14, 42. So your total cost is 168, but you have a closing stock of 42. Your cost of sales are 168 minus 42, 126.
126.
So you have a profit of 9 and absorption costing. Is it clear?
Yes.
First look at the absorption costing. You have a profit of 9. Now, 9. Now, let's look at the marginal costing. So marginal costing, also what is your closing stock? How many units? How many units closing stock we have?
120.
No, closing stock, number of units. Same. You can't change it because absorption costing and the closing stock value will change, but the number won't change. No. What is the number? How many units are there?
3 here.
3 here. Yes.
3.
Yeah, 3. Now the closing stock here will be valued at marginal cost. Marginal cost is 10. Marginal cost is 10. That is direct material, direct labor, and variable overheads, which is 10. So the marginal cost is 10. So 10 into 3, we will value it at 30.
Yes.
So your marginal cost, total marginal cost will be 120 minus 30. It will be 90.
90.
90. So 135 is your sales. Marginal cost is 90. You have a contribution of 45. This is contribution, which we call contribution is 45.
How is 45?
Yeah, 135 is your sales.
Yes.
And your cost is 90. Marginal cost is 90. Total marginal cost is 120. But you have a closing stock of 3, which will value it at 10 into 330. So 90, 135 minus 90 is 45.
Yes.
So that is contribution. So from the contribution in the marginal costing, as I told you, you deduct the entire fixed overhead. What is the entire fixed overhead? How much? What is your total fixed overhead? Entire fixed overhead, how much?
Profit plus contribution.
No. Before that, fixed overhead. What is the figure? That's a figure, fixed overhead. We worked it out several times now, that fixed overhead. Total overheads, I said 60. Variable overheads are 20. So what is the fixed overhead figure?
80.
How much?
It's 80.
No. Look at your figures again and go back carefully. Don't worry. Just take it patiently. Look at your fixed overhead figure and circle that fixed overhead figure. Now, several times we have discussed that one. Total overheads are 60. Variable overheads are 20. So, fixed overhead is 40.
Yes, fixed.
Have you got that figure 40 anywhere written in your books? Anywhere? Last year when we did the marginal costing, you would have come across that one, fixed overhead 40. When we arrived at a profit 0, did you deduct 40 as fixed overheads?
Yes, fixed overhead is 40.
Yeah, so that is 40. So this year I thought it is 40. So this year 40. So now, if you deduct that one, you can see the profit is 5.
Yes.
So as you rightly said, from the contribution, when you take the fixed overhead, you arrive at the profit. So now you can see the marginal cost profit is 5. Absorption cost profit is 9.
Yes.
Absorption cost profit is 9. Now I remember I gave you a formula. What is the formula I gave you? Absorption cost profit is equivalent to. Can you give me that formula?
Yes.
Yeah?
Just a moment.
Yeah. Give me the formula. Absorption cost profit is equivalent to. Is equivalent to marginal cost profit plus.
Marginal cost plus overhead, fixed overhead.
No, absorption cost profit is equivalent to marginal cost profit plus increase.
Overhead.
No.
In charge.
No, plus
increase.
Plus increase in inventory. Plus an increase in inventory into overhead, fixed overhead absorption rate. Have you got that formula? You must circle that formula and keep it in your memory all the time, this formula. Right? So absorption cost overhead is equal to marginal cost profit plus increase in fixed overhead absorption rate. So marginal cost profit is here is 5.
Yes.
5. Increase in inventory, how much now this time? What are the increase in inventory? We had opening stock of 2. We had opening stock of 2 and a closing stock of 3. So what is the increase in overhead? Increase in inventory. What is increase in inventory? Difference between opening stock and closing stock. So what is opening stock here? What is closing stock here?
Yes, 3.
Yeah. What is opening stock?
Stock is 3.
Opening stock is 2.
28. 2 and...
But don't take the values, only the number of units.
Okay, 2 opening and closing 3.
Yeah, so what is the increase?
5.
No, increase is from 2 to 3. How much increase? What was 2 has gone up to 3. So what is the increase?
Yes.
From 2, it has gone up to 3. So what is the increase?
Yes.
Only one unit, yes.
1.
Yeah.
1 unit, yes.
So that's that. So 1 unit increase. 1 unit increase. What is the overhead fixed overhead absorption rate? 40 divided by 10, 4.
Yes.
So 1 into 4. So can you see? that magic profit is coming to absorption cost profit of 9 is made up of marginal cost profit of 5 plus the increase in inventory is 1, fixed overhead absorption rate is 4, 5 plus 4.
But my problem when it came to the last when absorption cost, I will stuck.
Pardon?
When it came to the last, when I came to his absorption cost,
Yeah.
then I will be stuck. Then I will be confused.
Okay, closing stock. Closing stock is 42. How did we get the closing stock 42? We had opening 2. We had a production of 10. We sold 9. So we know that we have a closing stock of 3. Opening 2, production 10, sold 9, closing stock is 3. So 14 was the value under absorption costing. 10 is the value under marginal costing, so valued it. So increase in stock is between the opening and the closing. Increase in stock. So increase in stock is 2 to 3, that means 1 unit. So that is, yeah?
I mean when it came to the formula,
yes,
then I will be stuck. Yeah. When I repeat the formula,
yes,
I'll be stuck.
Yeah, when I come to the formula, what do you really look at? You look at the absorption costing. Absorption costing, you looked at the profit, right? And with the absorption costing profit, what did you do? You looked at the absorption cost and profit. We want to arrive at the absorption cost and profit. So what we did was we looked at the marginal cost profit. Marginal cost profit is 5. 5.
Okay.
That is this profit. Plus the increase in inventory. Inventory increased from 3 to 2, 1. Fixed overhead absorption rate is, we know, it is 40 is the total fixed overheads. Number of units budgeted is 10. So it is 4. 1 into 4. 9. Now you remember in the last year when we did, because we had an inventory increase of 2, right? So the marginal cost profit was 0 last year. Last year,
yes.
You had to figure 0 was the marginal cost profit. The inventory increase was 2. 2 into 4, 8. That is how we got the absorption cost profit last year. This year we have got the absorption cost profit of 9, and we arrive at the 9 this way.
Yes.
So I'm going to do another one with you now. I'm going to go for another 1 year with you.
Okay.
Another 1 year. So now you have to carefully note what is your opening stock for the next year now. Now look at these figures. You have to keep these figures very carefully. And the absorption costing, there are 3 units. The value is 42. And the marginal costing, there are 3 units. Value is 30. That is your closing stock for this year.
Okay.
And that will be the opening stock for next year. Now I'm going for a second year now.
Okay.
So can you note down that one first of all?
Yes, I've already noted this.
Yeah. So
yes.
so the closing stock is this year 9. This year, the next year we are going to carry forward opening stock of 3, and the absorption costing it will be valued at 14, and the other costing it will be valued at 10. Right? So I'm going to erase this one. Is it all right?
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So now I want to again, just for your records, I want to tell you the marginal cost is direct material plus direct labor plus variable overhead. This is what we call marginal cost. In this case, it is 5 plus 3 plus 2 is your marginal cost, which is equivalent to 10. And the absorption costing, the total cost, direct material plus direct labor plus total overheads, which is called the total cost. So 5 plus 3 plus 6, which is 14. Correct?
Okay.
Right. So the total overheads are 100 and total overheads are 6 into 10, 6 into 10, 60. And from there the variable overheads are 2 into 10, 2 into 10, 20. So we know the total fixed overheads are 40. 60 minus 20. Is that clear?
Go ahead.
Total overheads are 6 into 10, 60. Variable overheads are 2 into 10. Total overheads are made up of variable overheads plus fixed overheads. So fixed or variable overheads are 20, and therefore 60 minus 20 is your fixed overheads.
40.
40. And fixed overhead absorption rate is 40. Fixed overhead absorption rate, I want you to note down all these. 40 divided by 10, fixed overhead absorption rate is 4.
40.
Total overhead absorption rate is 6. Total overhead absorption rate is 6. Is this clear now?
Total overhead
is 6. 6. Total overhead is 6. It is made up of 2 variable and 4 fixed.
Which is 6 is not clear.
Total overheads are 6. 6 into 10 is 60. Of that, variable overheads are 2 into 10, 20. Once you remove that one, you get your fixed overhead of 40.
40, yes. Fixed overhead is 40, yes.
Is it clear? Now, this must be in your brain all the time, right? So, we know, so the fixed overhead absorption rate is 40 into 10, 4. And
4 units.
Right? 40 into 10, 4 per unit, yes. Now, I'm going to do this the next year. So remember, we started off with the opening stock of trade, and the absorption costing, it was valued at 3 into 14, 42, and the marginal costing, it was valued at, opening stock is valued at 3 into 10, which is 30. This year, next year, next year. Is it clear?
Okay, this one again, last step is 3 by 14. But
yeah, this is I'm taking from your last year's closing. Last year closing was 3 units, and the absorption costing, it was valued at 3 into 14, 42, and the marginal costing, it will be valued at 3 into 10, 30.
Yes.
Right? Now that is in your working papers that you have already done.
Yes.
Right. So now I'm going to go into a new year. So I'm going to assume new year, your production is still 10, but sales are going to be 11. Sales are going to be 11. Production sale, this production 10, sales 11. So can you tell me, even before I work out, can you tell me what is the closing stock for next year?
For this.
Closing stock is opening stock plus production minus sales.
This one production is 10 and sales is 11. New year.
Yeah. So closing stock is always equivalent to opening stock plus production minus sales is equal to closing stock. Yeah. Now can you tell me what is the closing stock for next year? Even before I work out the figure. How much?
Okay, opening stock plus
production
minus
sales. It's always your closing stock.
Yes, equal. Closing stock.
Yeah. Can you tell me what is the closing stock for this year and the new year which we are doing now?
We don't have closing. This is new year, but there is no any opening stock.
Yeah, you put it up. 3. Last year's closing stock is this year's opening stock.
Opening, yes, 3.
Yeah.
Yes. 3 plus 10. 3 plus 10 minus 11.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Right.
Yes.
How much?
So, if 13 plus 11, 2.
That, yeah, 3 plus 10
Closing stock will be
minus
2.
closing stock will be 2. Closing stock will
Yes.
be 2. Now, even before I work out, I want to ask you, what is the change in the inventory here? Opening stock is 3, closing stock is 2. So inventory has got increased or reduced?
1.
Inventory has got, yes, 1. What is that?
Decrease.
Decrease. So remember these things.
Yes.
Remember these things. Now, this time I'm not going to work. You are going to work out all these things, right? Right. So that's good.
Okay.
Right. So now we have come to that point. So now we are going to do this year, the new year. We are going to work it out. So now all the figures are correct for you. Now you know your closing stock cost. So now I'm going to do the same thing with you. Right. So I'm going
I wish that to be more professional once it came to this.
Pardon?
Because I find it when it was first time, I find it so difficult, and I feel like I'm crying. I want to cry because I didn't solve these things. So I feel very disappointed, but now improving.
Yes, very good. Yes, don't worry.
Really, I feel very pissed off.
Yeah, so that is what actually I thought I must do it with you as much as possible individually, so that I can give you long time and do it. Right. So
yes, because when I was with Alex, that's when I feel.
I know.
I will feel that I cannot explain because I will not interfere.
I understand. So we will try to do as much as possible individually till you come to a particular level. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So now we are going to look at again new year absorption marginal. So first of all, sales. Now what is the sales this year? 11 units.
Sell 11 units.
So we are going to sell 11 units at the rate of 15, 165. Here also it will be the sales 11 into 15, 165. No problem there?
Yes, no problem.
Yeah, so that is okay. So now can you tell me the opening stock, first of all? That is the opening stock. So always we have to take after the sales opening stock. So opening stock here under absorption costing, we have 3 units at the rate of 14. 3 units at the rate of 14, 42.
No, this one is, I need more clarify.
Yeah, now that is the last year's closing stock. You remember,
yes.
we discussed about the last year's closing stock.
Closing stock was 2 last year.
Last year closing stock was 3.
3 years, sorry.
Yeah.
3 years.
So that is why I brought it. I told you to underline it and keep it. So I brought that one. 3 into 14 is my opening stock. 3 into 14. And similarly, can you tell me that is the absorption costing? Can you tell me the marginal cost in opening stock? The same number of units, 3. What is the marginal cost per unit?
This one.
Marginal cost per unit. I have put it here.
10.
10, yes. How do you get the marginal cost? Direct material, direct labor plus variable overhead.
Variable overhead, yes.
So marginal cost per opening stock is 30.
Yes.
Total cost is direct material plus direct labor plus fixed overheads, 6, 14, right? So that is why we got the opening stock cash. So opening stock at absorption costing is valued. You can note it down at total cost, which is direct material, direct labor plus total overheads.
Overhead.
Yeah.
Yes.
Marginal costing, it is valued at direct material plus direct labor plus variable overheads.
Yes.
Right. So 3 into 14, 3 into 10. Now production. This year production is also another 10 units. So direct material for 10 units at the rate of 5, 50.
It's 50.
Here also direct materials at the rate of 10 into 5 is 50.
Yes.
Direct labor Same thing, 10 into 3, 30.
30.
Direct labor, 10 into 3 is 30.
30.
Right?
Yes.
Then here we take the total overheads. Total overheads are 6. 6. 6 into 10 is 60.
60.
But in the marginal costing, we take only the variable overheads. Variable overheads are 2. 2 into 10.
20.
20. 20. So now we can arrive at the total cost here. 42 opening stock plus 50 plus 30 plus 60. Can you tell me the figure?
It's 42, 50, 30.
42, 50 plus 30 plus 60. Yeah.
Yes, if you count.
How much?
60, 30, 90, 140, 182.
182. Can you tell me the figure for the marginal costing? 30 plus 50 plus 30 plus 20?
80, 100, sorry. 130.
130. Now I must remove the closing stock because I sold only 11 units. I must remove the closing stock. What is the closing stock here? Again, you tell me.
Two.
Closing stock. So the closing stock also should be valued again under marginal and absorption costing at the rate of 14. So 2 into 14, 28.
Yes, 28.
Right. Here at the rate of marginal cost, you will work it out, closing stock. 2 into 10, 20. Right?
Yes.
2 into 10, 20. So now we can find out from here the cost of sales is 182 minus 28 is 154. Right? 154.
Close it.
How much?
154 closing sales.
154, that is what we call cost of sales.
Cost of sales, yes.
So sales are 165. So 165 minus 154 will give you a profit, which is 11.
11.
Correct?
Yes.
That is under absorption costing. Under marginal costing, this is 130 minus 20, 110. We call it marginal cost of sales. Marginal cost of sales is 110, which will give you a contribution of 55. Sales minus marginal cost is contribution of 55.
How is it? This one?
165 is the sales.
Yes, yes.
By the sale.
No, yes.
110 is the marginal cost of product sales. Contribution is 55. From there, we deduct the total fixed overheads. So can you tell me the fixed overhead figure now? Total fixed overheads.
11.
How much? Total fixed overhead.
11.
No.
55 minus.
Yeah, how much? What is the fixed overhead figure? What is the figure? What is the total fixed overhead? Now that you always forget. This is 40. How did I get the 40? Total overheads are 60. Variable overheads are 20. And I said the fixed overheads are 40. So now that you must remember that one now.
Yes. Yeah.
So total fixed overheads are how much? 40.
40, yes.
So when you remove that one, you will get your total profit. So under absorption, under marginal costing, you get a profit of 15. And absorption costing, you get a profit of 11.
11, yes.
Now is that clear up to that point? No.
Yes.
Right. Right. So 11 and 15.
40 and 15, sorry.
Yeah. So now I want you to apply that formula. What is the formula I taught you all this time? I'm going to put it in a different color, that formula. Absorption costing profit is equivalent to?
Let me write it down. It can be clear for me so I cannot forget it.
Yeah.
The formula.
Yeah, you must now write it down very clearly. Right? So
yes.
I'm going to put that one here. Absorption costing profit is equivalent to
Absorption.
Costing profit is equivalent to, gross profit is equivalent to marginal cost profit.
Marginal cost profit.
Marginal cost profit plus
increasing inventory.
Plus increase in inventory into fixed overhead absorption rate.
Into fixed
overhead absorption rate. Okay. Marginal cost profit is equivalent to increasing fixed overhead absorption rate. Clear?
Okay.
So now I want you to apply that formula. So marginal cost profit, how much? 15.
Yes.
15.
Margin is 15.
15. Now here what happened to the stock? Stock, did it increase or did it reduce? Opening stock was 3. Closing stock is 2.
Yes.
What has happened? From opening stock 3, it has come down to 2. So what has happened?
Yes, decrease.
So when you, if it is increase, if you are going to add, when you reduce, you must deduct. Remember that one.
Yes.
Right. So how much by it got reduced? From 3 to 2. That means it got reduced by 1.
1. Yes.
1 into fixed overhead absorption rate. What is the fixed overhead absorption rate? 4. 40 is the total fixed overheads. Divided by 10 is 4. So minus 1 into 4. So 15 minus 4 is 11. And you can see that is the profit we have in absorption cost.
Yes.
So now I worked out 3 examples with you, Sam, today.
Yes.
One, no change in the, first I worked out, no opening stock, increase in stock. Second, I worked out with the opening stock, increase in stock. Third, I worked out with the increase, with the opening stock, a reduction in inventory. And I applied the same formula all the time.
Yes.
So I want you to now carefully, I'll send you this recording. I want you to go over and over this one, right? And get it into your head very clearly. But if you don't remember, if you don't know, don't worry. You have to send me a mail and we will do it. Even 100 times you are going to do, we'll be really understanding.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Right. So you do this thing and let's have 1 or 2 extra classes, right, till you really pick it up, because you have to get the basics right. So you have I have to go a little bit slow with you. I can't go at the speed which I'm going with Alex with you. I have to go a little bit slow. Yeah. So we will take extra classes. So next week also tell me when you are free, like even on weekdays.
Only weekend.
No,
on
even
weekdays also you can?
Yeah, even weekdays when you are free, we can do some classes these days.
Okay, I appreciate, really I appreciate it.
Yeah, you send me a mail, we are free days, so then I will check it and see if I'm free, we will fix up a class. Whenever you are free, send me a mail, say for example, Monday, Saturday, Sunday if you are free, just send me a mail, I'm free at this time. So I will see if I'm free, I will fix up a class for you.
Okay, even like tomorrow, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. So let's see if tomorrow, if all of us are free, if I can, I will try to keep up a class for you.
All right.
So that is what I'm going to do with you. So just think about this thing, because I want to get you into that right setup. Then after that, of course, you can fly. But till you get into that situation, you have to go a little bit slow. So yeah, tomorrow I have a class at your time, 7:30. So maybe tomorrow also same time, like I'm free, a little bit half an hour late, I'm free tomorrow. So tell me your free times and then we will try to fix up whenever we can do it. Weekdays.
I am free also tomorrow.
Tomorrow
time I'm free also.
Yeah, tomorrow if I can make it, normally we make at 6 o'clock, no? Tomorrow can we make it 6:30?
No problem.
Yeah.
I am free.
Yeah, so shall we make it tomorrow, because then we are fresh on this one. We can do a little bit. So we will make it 6:30 tomorrow.
Yes.
Sunday.
6:30, I agree. No problem.
Yeah.
I confirm.
Yeah. So 6:30 we will make it tomorrow. Your time 6:30, and we will have another lesson covering up some of these things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Till we get into that slide, we will do it. After that, we can go along with Alex. Right. So
Yes.
for the moment, let's have it. So tomorrow also we are going to have a class. But before that, you go to all what I did today. Go to everything through the recording and try to understand it.
Yes, sir.
If there's any difficulty,
I will go to the video also, because only my problem is that for me, when it came to the formula, and when it came to the last for the formula,
that's right.
But for
yes. Now you have to think about that one, because I done about three with you. Go to the formula carefully and let me know. Okay. So I'll send you the YouTube link. Yesterday I sent you the link. Did you get it?
Yes, I get it and I listened to it.
Yes. Okay, right, very good. That's great. That's good. That's good. So I'll send you this one also today, tomorrow. Today.
Yes.
Okay then. Take care.
Thank you very much.
Right,
Thank
okay.
you very much.
Bye.
How is your daughter?
Yeah, she's not doing very well. That is why actually we have to do a lot of work, because we have to go for a transplant. So that is a very, very costly one here. We need about $30,000 to do that one. So
$30,000 for?
Yeah, to do a transplant, kidney transplant. Yeah, a lot of money. So that is why we have to do a lot of work, very hard work. So I'm trying to, we are looking for a lot of fundraising and looking for a lot of, I am doing a lot of classes till late in the night just to, make some earning. So we have to look after her. Anyway, God is good. God will look after. So we have to just go on praying and doing it. Yeah, tough times.
Bless.
Yeah.
Bless you. God bless you.
Yes, thank you. So I'll see you tomorrow, Sam.
Okay.
Take care.
All right. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay. Thank you very much.